Welcome to my box opening for the play boosters of Edge of Eternities, Magic's newest space opera set. Yeah, I know I can't sing. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Everything's fine. So this set is Magic's foray into space, with all sorts of cool, shiny goodies and pretty cards and weird new mechanics. There's a story that I've heard is really good, but I couldn't quite get into it. There's lots of technical jargon that doesn't really help me, but we are getting into this. Ooh, there are normal packs. So all the commons at the front, and then some uncommons, and hopefully some cool stuff. Like, look at this art, man. This art has, you know, they've got robots, they've got warlocks in space. We got the Shocklands back. Look at these, or at least 5 of them. Breeding pool right out the gate. Awesome. 4/1 Menace for 2 with Ward discard a card. Seems busted. Shiny Temporal Intervention. Shiny Swamp. There are full art swamps in here as well, or they're full art of all the lands. There's a cool bonus sheet that'll show up in some number of packs. I do not know what those odds are, but there's some full art, cool lands, cool art in these packs. So we're just going to open all these, hopefully get some goodies. And there's an Among Us reference, because that would have been popular when they were making this set. Vote out. Very cool. Loading Zone. Cool, interesting doubling season kind of thing. Ooh. Spacecrafts are here. Infinite Guide Light Station. Very cool. It's got the new station mechanic, which is kind of like crew, but it crews up over time, and then once you hit a certain threshold, it becomes a creature. First foil Mythic Exalted Sunborn. Look at that art. Little angel in space. Ooh, we got, these are the lands I'm very excited to get. They're the new full art Spacek lands, a la Infinity, but this one's in foil. Oh, that's so pretty. Such a cool card. We're gonna kind of keep on going, because there's 30 packs to open here of commons and uncommons, and this set'll hopefully be a bastard. Look at the dog, best dog, dog. Oop. Big Brontodon looking thing. Ouroboros, cool name, very strong mythic rare here. Foil Mental Modulation, neat. Basic planes and token. So one of the things they did with this set is you will always get a token now. For a while with the play boosters, you would get a token or an art card, and this time it's just all tokens. Art cards will only be in the collector's packs, the super shiny, pretty things. But look at all this art. Mechans, bugs, more spacecraft. Rare is a Rust Harvester, foil Ice Cave Crasher, and cool full art non-foil of the island. Very nice. And the token. So the big hits here, I think I'm looking for a Tezzeret, just because I collect those planeswalkers, as you know, and he is the only planeswalker, as evidenced on the pack, because basically during the Phyrexian invasion, he's like, cool, I'm going to sell you out, get this cool Darksteel body, and run away. And so this is where he ran away to, the Edge of the Eternities, which is basically, it's a plane that's a galaxy, or at least a solar system, or a bunch of solar systems. Terra Symbiosis. Nice. Virulent Silencer. New Poison card for limited. Normal Mountain. Alright. So yeah, Tezzeret kind of pieced out at the end of one of the battles he was in, whether it was the Phyrexians or maybe it was after Nicol Bolas. I don't remember. Oh, it must have been Phyrexians, because that's how he got the Darksteel. Anyway. Look, another dog. Tore that robot apart. Look at him. Look at the dog. Oop. Lightstall Inquisitor. 1 mana, 2/1 Vigilance. Man, power creep. Scrounge for Eternity. Normal Island. Still these basic lands with, yeah, it's like a, you know, it's got scale ships. Normally they have scale birds to kind of indicate how big something is. This one's got scale ships, which is Wild. I'm loving this set. I haven't even drafted it yet. I'd love to draft it. Love to play it. The Virus Beetle's back. Technically, I don't even know what all the cards do. I know what the abilities do, because we've got 1 mana 4/1. It's insane. Yeah, it is Defender, but still. Ooh. These cards are not... Ooh, Nova Hellcat. Look at that art. That dragon. Gotta have a dragon in every Magic set. It's in their contract. Gene Pollinator. Foil Normal Art Mountain. So what are the mechanics in this set? We've got the Spacecraft, which have the Station ability. There's a cycle of rare planets that also have the Station ability, which are lands that do broken land things once you get the station all the way up. You've got Void, which cares if a permanent, non-land permanent left the battlefield from anybody's side or was warped, or a spell was warped this turn. Which warp is you may cast it for its warp cost, and then exile as being an end step, and then you can cast it later on from the warp zone. Ooh, here's one of the cool bonus sheet. It's the land. So this is a Sunken Citadel. It's a cave. Enters tapped. Oh, but I mean, look at that art. That's so cool. Ooh, another mythic, the Dominion Bracelet, which lets you take control of target player's turn and cost cheaper if you're a bigger creature. It's cool. Nanoform Sentinel. Normal Mountain, and a robot, and on the back, there's a Sliver token, because there's a card in the set that makes Sliver tokens. There's only one, but, I mean, Slivers are kind of like, you know, aliens from the movie Alien, or aliens. Maybe we'll see it. So, you got all kinds of cool, like, it's magic, but in space. So, got some, and we finally, well, I don't know if we found out where the Kavus are from, or we found other place where the Kavus are from, but it's one of the planets in this system. There's Tezzeret. Cruel Captain. Very strong, colorless planeswalker. Honestly, it's probably absolutely broken. We will see what happens with him, but very nice. Memorial Team Leader. And a Lander token. Lander tokens are also new. There are things that make Lander tokens, and the Lander tokens have tap 2, sacrifice it, search the library for a basic land card, and put it on the battlefield tapped. So it's rampant growth on an artifact that some things just make. And so there's lots of artifact synergies, like here you can sacrifice another creature artifact. All those kind of things. Normal, what you would find in sets, you know, equipment, you got food, dubious delicacy. It's like, should I eat this? Maybe not. Probably not, considering it kills something. But you can still eat it to gain life. The big old robots. Pinnacle Storage. Exile artifacts, creatures with mana value 2 or less. Neat, make a bunch of robots. Frontline War Rager, more Kavu. Look at that forest. It's a forest planet. Alright, we're about a third of the way through this box. Let's see what else I can talk about for another, 15 minutes or so. Diplomatic Relations. The card has Day 0 errata because it doesn't say creature you control. So it now, the Oracle text says you control. So it doesn't have your opponent's creatures fight each amongst themselves. Ooh, another of the lands, the Scavenger Grounds. Desert for Exile and Graveyards. It looks like just a giant, snake coming out of the ground. Warmaker Gunship, Spacecraft Rare. Enters deals damage to the number of artifacts creature and opponent controls. Cool Removal Bomb, 4/3 when I get 6, not too bad. Nebula Dragon, very nice. Mountain and a token. So yeah, Warp, Void, Spacecraft. I think there's some. I don't think there's any vehicles because they take all that space is taken up by the spacecraft in this set. But there's equipments. There's a storyline here that involves the center of this solar system was a sun that was doomed to go boom, and that's what brought a bunch of people there. They knew they had a long time. But from my understanding, a group of people who is dedicated to black holes thought it would be a good idea to turn it into a black hole and connect it with a bunch of other black holes. Terminal Velocity, neat. Shiny Remnant Elemental. full art planes. Nice. So at the center of this, and somehow all the planets haven't died yet, even though they turned it into what they call Solthera, the Super Void, which is one of the cards in the set. I think it's a chase card, actually. And we'll see if we get one. But yeah, so the center of the solar system that we're in is a black hole, which I'm sure there's lore reasons for why, you know, not everybody's dead. Zoo Ifit, Osteoharmonist. It's a bone musician. Very cool card, actually. Radiant Strike, Land and Lander. Land and Lander. I guess they expect people to make a lot of landers, because the front of most of these tokens is Lander. Lost in Space. Oh, dog. Well, regular Mythic Exalted Sunborn. So not too many showcase frames here. Grav Pact Monoist. Ooh, a shiny of the planes. Like I know a lot of the sets, like I guess Dragon's Tarkir or Dragonstorm, Tarkir Dragonstorm, had a bunch of uncommon dragons with showcase frames. This one doesn't seem to have that many showcase frames, but I guess like the art is just so cool. Why would you need a secondary frame? But Pain for All, Edge Rover, neat. 2/2 reach for 1. What? And when it dies, each player creates land. Jesus, power creep. Back in my day, a 1/1, a 2-mana, or a 1-mana 2/2 had a big downside. Either, you know, being legendary, or whenever it takes damage, you take that much damage. But damn, I'm just getting too fast for these old bones. Cosmogoyf, a new... Oh, I love this card. So Lurgoyf, but this is the cards you equal to the number of cards you own in exile. Interesting. So it's Exile Goyf, but the flavor text is reminiscent of original Lurgoyf, which had "Och, Hans, run! It's the Lurgoyf," said by Hans Eriksson. And this is "Alert, Cosmogoyf, recommend action, run," says the PSS Eric shipboard computer final transmission. So, because it was Eric's last words of Eric, of Hans Eriksson, who is Eric's son, because that's how those names work. Mouth of the Storm, that's cool. Island token. So there's plenty of space call. I'm sure there's more space callbacks like that, but they were able to do so many cool things with this set, and I think it looks to be a blast to draft, which I am looking forward to doing. Dubious Delicacy, Bygone Colossus, Rare Emissary Escort. Wow, I can't talk. X plus 0, X the greatest mana value among other artifacts you control. So by itself, it's a 0/4, but it's fine. Ilvoy Operative. The jellyfish race of creatures are called the Ilvoy. So we aren't seeing... The only things we're seeing here, there's a single Sliver card. There's a single Eldrazi card, which is, you know, the Eldrazi are just kind of weird creatures. So it's like, oh yeah, that fits for a space set. It could be here, it could be anywhere. And obviously humans are everywhere. Man, another Stellate Reclaimer. Wow, it's the third one so far? Ooh, okay. So there are showcases. It's a full art Diadrine Synthesis Amalgam. Nice little robot there. Starfighter Pilot. Ooh, look at that mountain. Gah. Look at the mountain. Those are the ships. That's so cool. Love the art. So, you know, you got your Kavus, which are typically only seen on Dominaria, other than here. And these Kavus are smarter than the beasts that are there. So I wonder what that thing is. But, you know, you got lots of robots, some humans, the Ilvoy, who are the, you know, jellyfish creatures, you know, random creatures. I think there's a group of insects. Obviously, there's insects here. Insect Artificer. Sunstar Chaplain. Ooh, another rare, the 2-mana 4/1. This card's honestly going to be a powerhouse somewhere, especially in Standard. Like, a 2-mana 4/1? Are you kidding me? 2025 Magic cards. And there's not too many words on it, like 2020 green Magic cards, but Plasma Bolt. Ooh, that's cool. Tractor Beam. You gain control of it. It has it doesn't untap, but you control it. So any of its triggered abilities still happen for you. 0 Point Ballad. Nice. Sir Vondrem the Lucent. And the, oh cool, I got one of the full art forests. Very nice. On to our last stack of packs here. We got the Tezzeret. I think there's a showcase Tezzeret you can open as well. Ooh, Grafkill. Exile target creature or spacecraft for 4. Not bad. The Drix are something in the story, if I remember correctly. Like they're an empire that's like multi-universal or something. Not multi-universal, multi-solar system, multi-stars system thing. Starwinder. Swarm Color. Regular Island. Oops. This, I got a new phone, and the recording capabilities are much better. It doesn't seem to defocus very often, which is cool. And it's got a big screen. Lizard Artificer. Ooh, another one. Ooh, an Inkmoth Nexus. Oh, wow. Look at that. That's something. Spacecraft Extinguisher Battleship. 8 mana for a possibly 10/10. It only cruise for 5. It's trigger non-creature permanent, then deals 4 damage to each creature. Oh, that's a board wipe and a half. On our Knight Captain, Fly Organic Mountain, and a robot. So so far we've gotten 3 of the bonus sheets. That's about 1 in 10? 10% chance? Okay. Sounds about right. And the storyline is completely separate from the normal Magic storyline, and except that, Tezzeret's here, so maybe Tezzeret's looking for something. Yeah, I think he is looking for something. Ooh, second Shockland. 2 Shocklands in a box. Nice. Bioengineered Future. And there's Make a Lander. Each creature control enters with 1/1 counter for each land that enters the battlefield on your... Oh, it's weird landfall. Wow. Okay. Insatiable Skittermaw. Swamp. And a Lander token. So yeah, obviously there's also alt art showcase of the Shocklands, which will be awesome to see. But I mean, yeah, these normal play packs don't seem to have too much outside of, they're meant to be drafted, so there's not going to show all the cool showcasey things. But double rare of the same rare, 1 foil, 1 non-foil. Interesting. It's a Requiem Monolith. Seems neat. Whoop. Oh, look! New Pangolin! I didn't even notice! Warplate Pangolin. Oh, it makes me happy. Just having some of these weird creature types that are like, oh yeah, Pangolin. Why not? It's a space thing. Why not? Why can't we have pangolins in space? Hard light containment. Very like... Art Nouveau? No. Art Deco. Cryo Shatter. Planes. And a Lander token. Yeah. So, I think the art on this set is fantastic. Like, look at that art for Banishing Light. I'll use that over almost any other art right now for Banishing Light. Just because it's so pretty. Depressurize. Drill too deep. Honor, very clean, like this can go in any Magic set. 1 white, put a counter on a creature. Don't know about drawing a card. That seems a bit strong, but maybe it needed to be. Consult the star charts. That can't be in any Magic set, but very cool nonetheless. Auxiliary boosters. Equipment makes a robot attached to it. Okay. 5 mana for a 3/4 flyer with extra ability to put it other places. Ooh, look at this swamp. Very cool swamp. Very cool art on those. I think that's the best thing is the lands in the set. Like, the set's cool. Lots of everything looks fun to draft. Lots of weird synergies that I'm sure can go together in different places. But is that robot riding a cat zookeeper mechan? Yeah, it's riding a weird cat beast. The Infinite Guidelines fauna from Cythera exhibit proved popular. Unfortunately, the biological zookeepers kept getting eaten. Oh, card's gone. Okay. This card looks really strong. Scout for Survivors. Turn 3 1-drops and put a counter on each of them. Ooh. Seems ridiculously strong. Annul. Very nice. Ooh, Singularity Rupture. Destroy all creatures that any number of target players... Oh, this is... Yes, because we need better Traumatize. It's going to traumatize a lot of players. Foil Virus Beetle. Very good. Reprint from Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. Possibly other things, but that is where it saw a lot of play. I don't like those creatures because I keep getting just kind of discard my hand, but... And I'm just glad Duress isn't back. Like, 1 mana Duress feels a lot worse to be on the play against than a 2 mana discard a card of your choice kind of thing, you know? Ooh. Oh, yes. I mean, it said this is the best hit of the box, but that's the alternate art Watery Grave. So cool. Oh, and a mythic. Famished World Sire. Devour Land. First time we've seen Devour back since Alara block. I don't want to go back to Alara. I think we are going back to Alara sometime soon. Anyway, Ward 3, Devour Land 3. When it enters, look at top X cards, X creature power, 8 more land. Jesus, that seems so strong. It's so cool. Hemosymbic Might in foil. Foil Island. So this was the pack that had everything. It had, you know, a foil land, a mythic rare. It had the full art Water Grave, and it was at the second to last. I mean, I just started at the wrong end of this box. Another Pangolin. Always happy to get a Pangolin. Rescue Skiff. Oh, Sacred Foundry. So in this box, we got a total of 4 of the Shocklands. Very nice. Sledge Class Seed Ship. I think all of them have been in a pack with another rare, oddly enough. Alright, so that'll do it for my play booster box of Edge of Eternities. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Bye!